What's going on, everybody? Hope you all had a good weekend. Today is Monday, February 16th, and it is currently around 10:24 a.m. Today is a bank holiday with it being President's Day, so the banks and all the institutions are only open for a half day. Um, Today, as you can see, I made 259 across two accounts. Show you the follower as well, totaling five 520, just under $520 total. Um, as you can see, here are my executions for any of the doubters. And I locked out already. Yeah, I'm just going to take you guys through today's play and show you the confluences behind why I took what I took. And so originally I'd entered down here, and my sizing was a bit off relative to my target. So I added another contract at my BE point. So yeah, let's get into it. So coming into the day, I was very speculative of the volume, especially in this area. When I had first gotten on the charts, I was somewhat convinced I wouldn't be trading today based on just like this chop. And closer to 9 o'clock, there wasn't a ton of volume, but we started picking up around 9:15. We dumped a ton. And if I go up to the higher time frames here, um, the main reason I justified taking this long is because of this SMT down here at the PM low from, I believe, what was that? Friday? Yeah, massive SMT. Like NQ was clearly super overextended to the downside compared to ES, and I knew that we would have to retrace at some point. So, if I go back down here, this I considered my sell side liquidity, um, because obviously it was the most relevant key level on the sell side, and we reswept it a couple of different times. I was essentially just waiting for the cleanest IFEG back to the upside to get in because we swept this took out all the relative sell side, especially on the way down. If I quickly go back here, like all of these wicks, former midnight open as well, we took out, and there wasn't another good obvious sell side target until the AM low, which is 150 points away. So yeah. Um, we were also delivering off this 1 hour and 4 hour order block, which I don't normally consider as a confluence, but today it was somewhat relevant. So, um, so we had a cluster of gaps kind of here and here on the 1 minute. We also had a 2 minute IFEG, but I opted to go with the highest time frame IFEG that I could. So I took the 3 minute. I loved seeing this three candle sequence. We hammered kind of just off that order block or off that combination of order blocks. And my BE target was really obvious because um, earlier we had rejected off this 1 minute gap, and I was glad we did because we eventually went down and took out the sell side. I was looking to get swept for me to justify long. But because we had rejected off this, it was an obvious BE point because there was a chance that we could have done it again. So I went break even at the wick that flushed through that gap the first time. And for my target, initially it was this first unmitigated 15. Um, and I kind of adjusted that to be to want to see us go up and tap the highest one. Um, I marked this out as buy side because all of these like LRLR wicks ended there. And I took out a bit early because I saw a little bit of a rejection through here, and then when we flushed up through, one could argue that I should have held to the second one because obviously we did hit it. But I don't know, just kind of what was going through my head was, it's a bank holiday. Let's not get greedy here. We don't need to see TP get hit just to see TP get hit. We're 90% of the way to the target. Let's just take our profits and go on about our day. Um, I did already explain how I had to add a contract, and I did that at my BE point. Luckily, we created an order block there and flushed through. We flushed through that first 15-minute, unmitigated 15-minute, and did end up going up to the highest one. But yeah, it's okay. Caught literally 50 points on the dot. If you remember my actual executions here, um, is that 40? No, that's 50. Yeah. Entered at 37.75, exited at 87.75. So couldn't ask for better. Risked 200. Having my stop just below the candle bodies. Um, yeah, so I really really couldn't ask for much more on a bank holiday. My brother and I normally never trade them. But based on the data that the last couple bank holidays had given us, we felt it was relevant to at least give the charts a look today, and I'm glad that I did. So yeah, that's about all from us. I hope you guys possibly took this long or even this short that followed after. We are rejecting off these 15 minutes. You could argue that I could have even potentially taken a second trade, but again, with it being a bank holiday, um, definitely taking what I can and getting off the charts. The order flow to the downside looks good here, but for our model, there was really no good clean gaps. Even the 30 seconds, a little chop. 1 minute, there's nothing there. Could arguably have taken that, but that's like a 15 candle sequence. There's no two, there's no three. There's a five, but the second five that close. Interesting, but yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. Godspeed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.